That's right. That's right. Welcome to the Tom Mo Show. My main man, Money Tom. Oh, man. Hey, today is Friday. Right? Yes. No. Yeah. What's the day? Hold up. Hold up. I'm sorry. Yeah, Friday. Yeah. Yeah. It's Friday. My bad. It's Friday. I wanted to make sure. And in saying that, the 7th, July 7th, right? Okay. All right, man. Look, the weather was like early, nice and humid. But man, out of nowhere, I hope y'all had your umbrellas and your coats or whatever. Because out of nowhere, it started pouring down raining. What's up, Big D? Big D in the building. It just out of nowhere, the rain just whoosh, just came down. Hey, look, that song is played by Let's Do It Again band. I'm talking about, man, every time I hear that joint, man, the beginning of the show, man, that joint just gets me pumped all the way up. I mean, all the way up. All the way up. And I'm telling you gotta come out and catch a show, man. And just watch them guys, man, put that thing together. You did? But anyway, I want to take this opportunity to kind of like rehab, right? I want to go back on some things that we kind of missed out on that I wasn't able to report. So we want to go back and we want to play a few clips, a little, some stuff comedy, some stuff not, but but we want to play a little something for you, man, for y'all can check it out. You know what I'm saying? What's up, home, babe? What's up with you? You know, we're gonna throw the first. We got the first one, Maul. Let's throw that first clip up there, man. And see what's chatting, what's happening, what's getting it. Because stuff is going on out here, y'all. Seriously.
John Matthews, 25, had been dating for 2 years and had a 4-month-old son, but they did not live together. Father's Day 2022, Shanta and the baby spent the night at John's home. The next morning, Shanta was ill and told John she could not cook him breakfast or braid his hair. He became angry, punched her in the face and followed her around the house verbally abusing her. His grandmother tried to help and took Shanta outside. John followed them. She called her mother to come get her. Shanta's mother and sister arrived, saw Shanta's black eye and confronted John. He shot the mom 7 times, then shot Shanta and chased her sister and shot her in the head. Shanta's mom and sister died on the scene. Shanta, paralyzed, died 10 weeks later in a nursing home. John ran away before the police arrived. August 3rd, he was captured in Iowa and is awaiting trial. Please subscribe.
What's
Shanta
up, everybody?
Harris, 20.
This is Big Tony of the legendary Trouble Phone, and you're tuned in to the Tom Mo Show. Let's get it.
Now let's talk about that, man. This is real. This is real. Ladies and gentlemen, this is real. We must know who our people involved in. Our daughters, our nieces, our granddaughter, if they're up to age of dating. If they're up to age of dating, man, we need to know, man, who they dating, man. We as men in the family. Somebody need to be tagged on to who this dude we come from, what type of dude he is, and what is that you so excited about being with this particular person. Because you never know where that mental illness comes in that relationship. There's no such thing, it can't happen to me. That's right, baby. That's right. And we got to set the tone for that. We got to set the tone for that, man. We got to know these guys because these guys don't really be knowing what they getting into if a female come from a strong family. You know what I mean? That's not going to allow for a man to be doing all this and doing all that. Look how this dude just took these people's life, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Is that what the world come to now, to where though men cannot handle, I'm going to use the word rejection. I want to use the word rejection. Men cannot handle rejection. So therefore, they will go to the limit outside. That could be they could most definitely be whipped creamed. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't believe in that. I don't believe that sexually, by being sexually with someone, that you can get to a point where you lose all focus and understanding of wrong and right and what to do. You know, because if so, then that means that you have a mental issue anyway that needs to be dealt with before you decide to get into somebody's life. You follow what I'm saying? To get into somebody's life, man. Not and it was the mother and the sister. But this guy been around a long time. He been around the family. They was doing good, because we all know relationships have their ups and downs. It ain't always peach and cream. It ain't always sweetie honey boo. You dig? And when those moments come where that activity happens, that's right. It's really not no reason, whoop. But when that anger thing come out, and then she deals with that, scared to tell the family, now she in a place where she gotta deal with that because of the first incident, no one came and checked that situation. No one came to check that. The very first time it happened. I don't think this is the first time it happened. You know what I mean? And then it's most definitely open for comments. If you think, you want to say something about it, you know what I mean? But me personally, I'm quite sure, like I said, that this must have happened before, man. And, whatever the guy's doing, he feel as though, man, like, you're not leaving me or whatever the case may be. I don't know, man. I mean, you get the kid, man. Joy, that's all that is. Joy right there, man. That's right. Her family could have done nothing about it when that part happened. I'm saying at the beginning, the very assault, the very grabbed and tugged on her, she supposed to told somebody, and somebody supposed to came over and said, man, look, let's sit down and talk about this. Because this right here, this ain't what's gonna be going on with y'all. I'm here to let you know that off the break. So now, he's been told. So guess what? If he do it again, now, hey, she supposed to be bouncing anyway. She supposed to be like, oh no, I'm out of here, man. Period. Don't stay thinking it's gonna get better, because it should have never kicked off like a football going across a goal teeth from the beginning. Never been kicked off, man. As soon as he tried it, hope foul, you in violation. With Fishbone saying, you in violation of the code, whatever. You in violation, man. Nah, you out of here. Swimwear. You can walk out yourself or you can get carried out. It's up to you. And that's how that goes, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I just wish that we can put more protection on our families out here, man, that's dealing with these people that, I guess feel as though, they above the law or they are the law. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, this next clip we're gonna show is I mean, man, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all tell me. It's not a long clip, right? But I'm gonna let y'all tell me about this clip, man, because I want to know who y'all think is right and who y'all think is wrong. Let's roll the clip, Mom.
What the fuck you talking about listening to you? You told your wife to go find a seat, and you took it upon yourself to turn the fuck around and get in my motherfucking face. Now if I can put my hand on your own ass, get the fuck out of my face. Yeah, what?
That's all you need.
That's goddamn right. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face.
This man is assaulting her.
What's wrong with you, motherfucker?
He assaulted her. I'm recording
The
right
fuck
now.
is wrong with you? What?
Yes.
What?
That's
No,
it.
get his ass back. No, get him the fuck back. I'm sick of these fucking crackers. I'm sick of the crackers. No, get him the fuck back. No, hell no. Get him the fuck back. Move. No, fuck no. Get him the fuck back. You gonna hit me? Move. Move. I'm sick of you crackers. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck. Like, listen, what the fuck you talking about?
Take away the big picture bones. You're now rocking with the man Tomo of the Tomo Show.
Mo. Excuse me. Y'all gotta excuse me, baby, because he sure smacked her. Ain't a whole lot of that. He sure got her one in, but he went down like a torpedo. So your thoughts, man. Your thoughts on this clip right here, where this white guy, she said that this white guy went out of his way to tell his wife, go in the restaurant, have a seat, to come back and get in this young lady's face for whatever reason it was. I really did not catch the reason why he came and got in her face, but she said, you went out of your way to come back and get in my face and get out of my face. And, you know, he started yelling in her face and she kind of smooched him, like hit her with the smooch joint. But then he started walking, she put her stuff down because it's like, now we ready to get it in. She cursing this nigga all the way out. Oh, there they go right there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because he tried to smack this woman and then walk away. She is not playing with him, man. And she working one arm. She working one arm. Seriously. I'm sorry. I just can't help it. I'm laughing. I mean, this is the stuff that's going on, man, in the world. You know what I mean? This is real live action of what we're living with this. You know, can we say she have a mental issue right now? Is this a mental issue or is this a racist issue? Or this just, you know, people just acting out? What y'all say? Somebody talk to me. Let me know. What do you think this is? Because as you can see, they fussing. You see him swing, he swung. I don't know. I don't know if he used to smacking his wife and then turning around and walking away. But not today, homie. Not today. She is not going for that. She is not going for that, man. She's not going for that. So I'm just saying, like Marty Marl said, man, she was ready for him. She was ready for him. It is crazy, man. Woo, it is crazy. I'm trying to tell you. And we got this clip right here, this next clip that we're going to play. You know what you say, Slicky Woo? He's just standing there. He should have got whooped up. Nowadays, people are not getting involved in other people's stuff, man. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right, Big D. He started it, man. She most definitely finished it with a bang, man. With a bang, she finished it. Marv, we looking for the prison about the 10, I think what is the 10 most women. That ain't it. I know that ain't it. It's the let me look it up real fast so I can tell you exactly which one it is.
I mean, I got them in the order you told me. That was to the second half.
You
So
said
this is the last one for the first half, right?
the Tiger one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My bad. I didn't even recognize the studio. All right, let's go. This joint right here is something they got coming out, man. Y'all know how they be doing it, man. They just pop out with stuff. You know what I mean? And we get enthused by it and all that. But guess what? It's all about money gain for them. All about money gain. This is what these whiteys and these crackers be spending their money on, man. Let's roll it.
His name's Richard Parker, by the way. Right? He likes the latest mood creative. So you can see, this is one of our cocktails operating head. You can see someone else is inside operating front paws. Someone else is on the back paws and on the tail. And when the tail, so when it twitches like that, that normally means the tiger's excited. But also, if the tiger is cross with somebody, what you'll see is that the eye line really locks onto somebody. And then if the tail goes up as well, it normally means that the tiger's thinking about jumping. We can probably move. But maybe we won't kill someone in our demonstration, tiger, so yeah, very good. Very friendly. So the way our property disappears by focusing on the tiger, as you are now, and you see the tiger's real.
Disney characters of puppetry. I've not seen anything any better than that.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
One of the big things about Hive, I want to say, is that one of the first questions was, why are we making this tiger? Why is it puppet? What's he got to do in the show? And the first thing it has to do in the show is the opposite to Disney. We have to scare people.
That was one of the things the animals animals in their recovery. They are always dangerous.
Yeah. Stretch, are we all
Yeah.
It's a hard life.
Resist the ocean.
Do not touch.
Hey, what's up? This is Donnie J, aka the Fat Man from Put It in Your Mouth Records. Me and my homies want to send a shout out to Tom Mo. Me, Agnelli, Luke Nasty, man, Super Boss and Nova, man, the whole crew, man. Ooh, 2 times, you know what I mean? Man, keep doing what you know because you never know who you might see on this show, sucker.
Talking about the Fat Man. And y'all tell me. Y'all know I'm not true. They had 2 people inside of this they done created. This lion, tiger, whatever this is. They done created a head, neck, rib cage, legs, tail. And they got two people. First one is a lady in the front of this creation. And then I don't know if that's a lady or a guy in the back. That's right behind her butt, right with the tail at. Because he got to do the walking. Now I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, that's a lot of work, man. Like, is there something else gonna go with this thing? Is they just acting out of like this how it's going to work, this how it's supposed to work, or is they gonna be in place? Is they gonna have someone that when they do the display for this particular item, that they're gonna be selling for millions of dollars or somewhere for a movie or whatever? Is these people gonna have to be in there slunched over like that and walking like that, like like that, man? Nah, I can't do it. I'm trying to tell you. I can let you know right now, I can't do that. Slicky Woo always got it. Okay, well, we hear you. We hear you. That's crazy, man. Seriously. That's crazy. But these are the ones that's rich. These are the ones that got the bag. All because they have thought outside the box to come up with something that going to help them make millions of dollars, man. All they got to do is get somebody to believe in a dream, believe in what they're doing, and they put their money behind it, get somebody to sponsor them, and they off and rolling. And this is what they do. They come up with this stuff. This is what they do. But it's amazing how they're using the technology, because they had to have some kind of voice box or something in there that sound like the tiger or the lion or whatever that thing's supposed to be, right? But you got two whole human beings, man. Them wasn't kids. Them was live grown-ups walking around in the feet of it. And the other guy in the back or woman in the back, wow, that's something. This is what I'm saying. That is something. So I don't know. This is, stuff that's been going on and still going on. And we're going to try to get hip to it and let you know. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to bring it towards you. But we're going to take a quick commercial, man, before we can come on back here, man, and jump into our next conversations about, what's been going on, man. That's it. That's all. You dig?
Hey everyone, my name is Big South, aka I'm the mayor of Southwest. So if you're in and out of Southwest, come and see me. I'm the man to be. But don't forget to tune in to my man Tom Mo Show. Mo Show is the show to watch.
Big South in the building. Yes, indeed, man. You're down Southwest, man. That's the man to see. Yes, indeed. That's the man to see. So look, we welcome back to the second half of the Tom Mo Show. You know what I'm saying? Letting y'all know, man, we got 30 more minutes and we're out of here. But y'all already know, man, we can always leave early. Always leave early. So next coming up, man, I think this is like a little joke joint. You know what I'm saying? That I like. And we want to share it with y'all, man. And we're going to play it probably twice just for you to get it, for the ones that, sometimes don't catch it the first time. Let's roll the clip, baby.
Come outside. I'm outside.
Is this about the student loans?
Yes.
Oh, see what had happened.
No, that is exactly what it's about.
The Supreme Court ain't got nothing to do with it.
You were supposed to fix this, Joseph.
I can put something on it.
No, the 10,000 or 20,000 was putting something on it, and that wasn't even enough.
Look, you got to make it enough. I said I'm trying. Sorry.
See,
you're breaking up.
This motherfucker.
Hey, what'd it do?
Come outside. I'm outside.
Is this about the student loans?
Yes.
Oh, see what had happened.
No, that is exactly what it's about.
The Supreme Court ain't got nothing to do with it.
You were supposed to fix this, Joseph.
I can put something on it.
No, the 10,000 or 20,000 was putting something on it, and that wasn't even enough.
Look, you got to make it enough. I said I'm trying. Sorry.
See,
You're breaking up.
this motherfucker.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, what it
This is
do?
Big Tony of the legendary Trouble Phone, and you're tuned in to the Tom Mo Show. Let's get it.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, that joke, man, that joke had me cracking up, man, because they got Biden on that joint, like he bringing a move. Biden talking about, man, I'm going to put something on it. What you going to put on it, Biden? You, come on, man. 10, 20 million, that wasn't enough. He talking about, well, you got to make it happen. Yeah, but that's no side joke for us, man. Look, man, we already know, man, in those prisons, man, we talking about the jail prison, because y'all know we most definitely do a show that called Behind the Wall or Behind the Gates. Which one is it, more? Behind, what we call it, Behind the Gates? The same thing, Behind the Wall, Behind the Gates, the same thing. But anyway, we do, sometimes we do a show and we talk to some brothers, man, that's behind the wall, man. They share some of the, things that's going on with them. Not what's going on behind the wall, but what's going on with them as they, go through their journey, man, of this sentence, whatever they may be facing. So you never be surprised you come on here, man, and yeah, we doing it like that. But today we got some footage, man, about these prison guards falling in love with these inmates, with these convicts, because inmates and convicts are two different people. Please understand that. So we're going to run this, man, just let you know this what happens, man, behind the wall, behind the gates in the prison system.
Here are the top prison guards who cross the line with inmates. Do you think guards and inmates should be charged for falling in love? Let us know below. Number 10, Nancy Gonzalez. Nancy was working on the death row in Brooklyn when she met Ronell Wilson, an inmate on death row for taking the lives of 2 undercover police officers during a weapons sting gone wrong. The two began to talk and reportedly quickly fell in love. Gonzalez was intent on keeping Wilson free and alive and was actively working to delay his execution to give them more time together. She would become pregnant and give birth to his child, which they named Justice. However, Gonzalez was sentenced to a year and a day in prison, while Wilson really can't be given a worse sentence. However, it is possible he will meet his fateful day more quickly due to the controversy. Nancy still attests to being deeply in love with Wilson and will raise their child to remember him well once she is out of prison. Number 9, Allison Sharples. Allison may be one of the strangest cases on this list. The 47-year-old had fallen in love with an inmate at her prison. The grandmother met gangster Marvin Berkeley after he was incarcerated for assault and substance charges and seemed to be utterly enraptured with him. She was found to have love letters from him after being caught with the most damning piece of evidence. Her handbag was searched as she left the prison one day, only for the screener to find a shocking item: a syringe filled with Marvin's genetic material. She claimed she had intended to use it in a similar manner to a turkey baster so she could have Marvin's child, but she would instead be sentenced to 9 months in prison. Perhaps just enough time. Number 8, Caleb Shane Hopkins. Caleb Hopkins is one of the most disturbed guards on this list. While other prison guards at least had the claim of love behind their escapades, Caleb is a predator through and through. Prison guards hold an incredible amount of power over the inmates in their care and could single-handedly be responsible for an inmate being given preferential treatment or being put in solitary confinement. This is why prisoners cannot consent. The power differential is just too great. And indeed, Caleb would exploit his position of power to exploit the women in the women's prison who he had access to. Caleb repeatedly accosted Mrs. Fowler until she eventually became pregnant with his child. She gave up the child to her parents after giving birth, but is still in the same prison, suffering from severe trauma. Hopkins, on the other hand, would plead guilty to multiple counts of SA and is now thankfully serving prison time. Number 7, Bobby Parker. The story of Bobby Parker is a sad and confusing one. Bobby was a guard and worker at the Oklahoma State Reformatory, as well as being the wife of the prison warden. She met Randolph Dial, a man sentenced to life for the taking of a life in 1981, and stories differ, but it's believed that the two met during a pottery for prisoners class that Bobby ran. They began to get closer, and it's believed that they fell in love. Dial and Parker would engage in illicit acts as per witness testimony, and at some point, Dial decided to use Parker to escape. Holding her hostage with a weapon, Dial escaped and kidnapped her before going on the run to a small Texan community where the two lived quietly for almost 11 years. Despite both Parker and Dial asserting that Parker was kidnapped and forced through threat of harm to her family to stay with Dial, the official position seems to be that she was a willing and eager participant in the escape. Parker, however, vehemently denies this after having returned to her family in 2005, after an anonymous tip brought law enforcement down on her and Dial. Parker maintains she was kidnapped and has spent over a decade missing her family and children while being severely mistreated by Dial. She was, however, convicted and sentenced to just over a year and a half of prison time. Number 6. Lawana Sharp. After a routine monitoring check of the prison's payment service, JPay uncovered a false account, prison authorities began to investigate the guards at the Graceville Correctional Facility. What they found was shocking. They revealed that Lawana Sharp, a correctional officer at the prison, had been having a secret relationship with an unnamed inmate for several months and had been using the alias Candy Williams to receive payment for smuggling contraband. The couple engaged in indecent acts in numerous public areas of the prison, resulting in numerous charges for Lawana. Worse still, she had been smuggling in contraband on her person for her intimate lover and numerous of his friends. Over the course of 67 payments, she was paid well over $12,000 and would smuggle in over 600 cigars alone. Sharp has been charged with more than 70 crimes, including 67 counts of unlawful compensation, unlawful interactions with an inmate, and smuggling charges. Sharp received payments from inmates' families and friends, and it's likely would have expanded her operations given how much she was being given in return. It's likely she will be put in prison for a life sentence with parole, though sadly for Sharp, she won't be imprisoned with her inmate lover. Number 5. Vicky White. For 16 years, Vicky White was a model sheriff's deputy, running the jail in Lauderdale County, Alabama. She was closely trusted by the sheriff and her colleagues and was generally regarded as a highly capable and responsible officer. However, in April of 2022, she would betray the trust of her colleagues and help murderer Casey White to escape from the prison she had kept secure for nearly 2 decades. The two had developed a romantic relationship, and though they had never made physical contact in the prison, to anyone's knowledge, they did spend a lot of time texting and calling one another. Just hours before the escape, Vicky told her colleagues she would be taking Casey to the courthouse for a mental evaluation. This was a clear violation of the prison rules, however, Vicky was allowed to leave with Casey. The pair immediately fled and ditched the patrol car for another plateless getaway car, and Vicky, it turned out, had sold her home for half its market value to buy the getaway car and provisions to help Casey escape. As the prison was made aware of the escape, several inmates came forward to reveal the true romantic depth of the relationship. The duo swapped cars 4 times before eventually being chased by police in a gray Cadillac. As police closed in, the Cadillac hit a tree and crashed. Casey was apprehended only slightly wounded, but Vicky had taken her own life as the police approached the wrecked car. Lauderdale Sheriff Singleton says Casey will never see the light of day again. Number 4. Chanel Eichelberger. Eichelberger was a correctional officer at the Manning Reentry/Work Release Center in South Carolina. The prison is a male-only minimum security facility holding 516 inmates. On December 21st, 2022, Eichelberger was recorded by an inmate engaging in illicit acts and breaking numerous codes of conduct. It took several days for the video to circulate to the point that it was seen by prison authorities, but when it was, Chanel was rapidly apprehended. Arrested on January 6th, Chanel has since been charged with up to a year in prison and a $1,000 fine. As she only committed a misdemeanor crime for carnal misconduct with an inmate, she will not see the intense prison time that some other guards turned lovers suffer. Though she will be forced to vacate her position as a public servant, she will have an opportunity to redeem herself and pursue a career beyond law enforcement. Number 3. Tina Gonzalez. Working as a correctional officer since 2016, Gonzalez would be found guilty of breaking numerous laws within the jailhouse as she engaged in indecent acts with allegedly multiple inmates. Tina has become somewhat famous for her brazen actions and the fantastic disregard for caution she demonstrated. According to her defense, she had recently been through an extremely rocky and rough divorce which had left her in a vulnerable emotional state. This was taken advantage of by the inmates at the Fresno County Correction Center, who reportedly manipulated her into numerous illicit acts. Most concerning of all, however, was the contraband which Tina brought to her lovers, which included razors and other potential weapons. As well, Tina would warn her paramour of upcoming searches, allowing him to hide any illicit substances or contraband. These actions could have put dozens of inmates and guards in severe danger, and her other brazen acts are seen by prison management as setting dangerous precedents for the rest of the guards. The more guards and inmates have these close interactions, the harder it will be to maintain safety and control over the incarcerated populations, and will make a violent interaction far more likely. Number 2, Joyce Mitchell. Joyce Mitchell was a tailor at the Clinton Correctional Facility and was married with children. She would become the target of a seduction and escape plot made by the two murderers David Sweat and Richard Matt. Sweat was in prison for a kidnapping and double homicide, while Matt was in prison for robbery and murder in the first degree. Joyce was deeply respected in the community and was even twice elected to be the town's tax collector. Starting by asking for small favors before ramping up their requests, Sweat and Matt ingratiated themselves with Mitchell and got to know her. She was especially close with Matt, and it's believed she continued the relationship partially due to the thrill that flirting with danger brought. Eventually, she would smuggle in hacksaw blades, files, and other tools in frozen meat patties, which allowed Sweat and Matt to carve their way through the brick wall of their cell, as well as through a steam pipe in order to break into unsecured maintenance corridors. They eventually entered the sewer system and popped up out of a manhole cover some distance from the prison. Joyce was supposed to drive them to freedom, but had severe chest pains that day that prevented her from aiding the two. Another guard was also found guilty of supplying tools and information to the pair for their escape. Sweat and Matt would go on the run, which would culminate in Matt's demise as he and Sweat were caught in police fire. Sweat would be wounded but would survive. For her role in the plot, Joyce was sentenced to 5 years in prison and 2 years probation, along with $80,000 in fines for the damages. Number 1, Chloe Jones. Chloe Jones had only just started a career as a corrections officer in Britain's HMP Alt course when she met the man who would end her life as she knew it. She had only been working for a few months when she met Philip King at the prison and started communicating with him. Once the relationship began, it was fiery, with the pair exchanging over 3,000 texts in 46 days on illegal contraband burner phones. Chloe wasn't involved with King's escape from prison, which he managed on his own. However, she did harbor him at her home for several months while police searched for the fugitive, even going so far as to directly lie to police to cover for him using a false name to keep his identity secret. Following a botched burglary, King and Jones fled from police in a car and led them on a pursuit through Liverpool, at the end of which they were both arrested. Initially, Jones covered for King to the police. However, after a second day of interrogations, she admitted everything to them. King would be sentenced to an additional 36 months in prison on top of his previous sentence, and Jones would be sentenced to 15 months in prison. Those are the top prison guards who crossed the line with inmates. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and share, and be sure to follow for more.
Excuse me?
It's your boy, the Big Picture Bones. You're now rocking with the man Tomo of the Tomo Show.
That's right, that's right, that's right. We're back. Man, that's something right there, man. Look, hey. Joe, check this out. This is what happens behind the walls of the federal prison system. Even the jails, even little spots, man, you know, they don't have no, you know. But I wanted to share that to let you guys know, man, like for real, like these are human people that's working back there. You know what I mean? These, you know, they got feelings. I mean, if you be around a person, man, for a year, I mean, some people be around a person for 6 months, but you be around a person for 15 months, man, or something like that, almost 2 years, and y'all, you know, y'all cool, y'all will develop a relationship, a friendship, you know, a relationship, man. So when those guards back there, man, and they working, man, and they run across a good person, or they feel as though they're a good person or whatever, because I'm not going to say they're a good person because they try to break out of jail. They were trying to get out. I mean, what's that? Well, I mean, they were trying to get out. Period. They found a way to get out. Somebody felt like whatever story that they gave them, that they wanted to help them. So that's what they did. Now, of course, it's wrong for the officers to assist them in they little getaway or whatever, but they are human beings. They had feelings. They felt for these people. Like I said, all people that's behind bars are not crazy people. Trust me, you got some geniuses back there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying that once again, when you put a man and a woman in the same work environment, you know, somebody may end up liking somebody. You know what I'm saying? And how far they may go is, you know, how far their feelings are. You know what I mean? So, but all those officers, man, all of them is not bad. They just be trying to look out. And in the part of looking out, man, sometimes they get asked to push the envelope. You know, and when your heart is into somebody, man, you'll push the envelope for that person, you know, to show, you know, your love and your commitment, you know, your ride or die. That's the new word, ride or die. Right? You know, so I don't know, man. I found it amazing, you know, that it was mostly women than guys, you know, that was down with whatever they was trying to do. But anyway, we did that. I think we got one more, man, then we're gonna get up out of here. I think we got one more. I wanted to run that about they was talking about Trump. Was it Trump or they were talking about the government? They were talking about yeah. Okay. All right, let's go, Mark. Let's run this.
Knows exactly how to bait black people because they use things like racism. The other day, Michelle Obama went on TV. She gave a whole speech, talked about how Trump was this and Trump was that. And at the very end of what she said, she made sure to say, and yes, it is racist. You know why? Because the minute you call anything racist or you add race into it, black people get emotional and they come out. Kamala did the same thing because they know how to bait black people in. Here's my thing, and I've told black people this before, who are Democrats. I don't try to convince Democrats to be Republican. What I try to convince them to do is know your history and read a little bit. Do your research. If you still want to vote Democrat, do what you do, but be an educated and an informed voter. Most Democrats can't tell you why they Democrats. They just hate Donald Trump. They can't even tell you what Biden did in 47 years, but they're going to vote for him. They can't tell you what Kamala did while she was in California, locking black people up left and right, but they're going to vote for her. When will the slaves get off the plantation? You know what happens when slaves get off their plantation? The left knows exactly.
Ah, man. We hear so much. We learn so much, man. So much. People don't do research. People don't do research. And I know they don't. You know, when I started Let's Do It Again band, I think it took us like, honestly, it took us like almost 3 years before I felt comfortable enough to bring the band out to perform. And when we did, no one did the research on, you know, everybody just kept saying, well, who is this guy? Where they band come from? Who is them, man? I don't know them, where they come from. You know, but in music in the DMV, man, I'm talking about in DC, you know, we known for music. We known for being talented with music, right? And it's a lot of us that's been out in the music a long time ago before it really got, because the fame that it's supposed to be getting, it's really starting to set. I want to say it's starting to set. I want to say it really set the tone when it Don't Mute DC. Music been out. We've been pumping the go-go, Trouble Funk, EU, all of them. Everybody been doing anything a long time ago. But I think it really got serious is when they did the Don't Mute DC. From that point here on, go-go has been making a tremendous change in the music industry within its own culture. Okay. Now, the reason I gave that story is just saying that we gotta do research on people. When you see a new band come out or something, you can't presume that they just coming out You know, they probably been in music before. They probably did something with somebody. Starting a new band now. They, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna do something with some other people now. You know, all that like that. But they not new. These not new people. You just new to them. You know what I'm saying? So always do your research on anything, man. When you're going to get a job, do research on the job, on the company. You know, like how much do they fire people? You know, how many complaints they get? You know, they got good customer service. You know what I mean? You want to know what you're stepping into. You get in there, you tell them, man, they wild in here, man. I don't even like this. If you did research, then, you know, even if you know you try to get a job at a restaurant, it would be nothing wrong with you going in there and buying you something to eat. Sit down. Just go in there, buy you something to eat, sit down at the table, order something just to see how the company is running. You know what I mean? That's research. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just keep on believing what somebody else say. You know, you got certain people that you may be dealing with, be saying, man, I don't like that person for a certain reason, you know. Then you got to do research. Why you don't like that person, what they do. You know, you want to hear their side of the story. And then if you know the person, because if you don't know the person, then you have no right stepping to them or pulling up on them, asking them about nothing. But if you know them too, then you should be able to go to that person and say, hey, man, what's going on with you in such and such? Why you say that? No, I just want to know, man, because I thought y'all was cool. And they feeling like you, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you did research. Now you know if you want to be that person's friend or not. Because you probably got over there and he was like, man, it ain't nothing like that. Or I ain't know he felt like that, but I don't know why it was like that. Now you trying to figure out, well, okay, which one of you niggas lying, right? Research is so important. You can use research when you buying a pair of sneakers, right? Certain pair of sneakers you want to do, you go online, do a research, find out about the sneaker. See who else got the sneaker. See who's selling the sneaker at a discount price. All that's research. You got a bill you need to be paid. And you need some help. Okay, you got to do some research. You got to get on the net, find out who's helping paying gas bills at this time. Because there's companies out here, there's programs out here that's doing it. But if you don't go out there, how you gonna know? If you don't do the research, how you gonna know? This is the thing. Let's stop just jumping into stuff thinking that it's going to be all right instead of researching it first and then knowing if that's what you want to be a part of. Period. Let's stop just jumping on the bandwagon with everybody. Everybody got a past, man. Everybody comes from somewhere. Everybody don't be as genuine as they may seem. You know what I'm saying? But we give people passes, we give people opportunities. You know what I mean? But please do researches on people, man. I mean, like that's the thing now, for real. That's the thing. You meet somebody, man, they be Googling you. What's your name? What's your full name? Oh, okay. All right, nice to meet you. Okay. And that's, they done Google your name. They know everything about you, what information they can get about you. So when you come back in contact, they be looking at you like they know you. Yeah, man. Yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm always doing research, man. I'm doing research with the mind. Why do we think like we think? Are we really partial robots? That our minds, we gotta remember. Robots are programmed to remember intelligence. You know what I'm saying? That's the key. You know what I mean? So how far do the brain go? How much can you use your mind? How effective can you be on just seeing, knowing how effective you can be by just using your mind, just by using just thinking, man, just brainstorming, as what they call it. You know what I mean? We got a lot of violence going on in our city. And all we can do is pray about that. You know what I mean? We got to pray about that. That's right. That's right. You're right, Mo. I just know that Young folks out here lost, man, and we don't have no leaders. I met a lot of people, man, that's doing a lot of different things in our community. And I don't have no issues with none of them, man, because you got to do what you know what to do. You know, everybody don't have the same gift, you know, and nobody has the right to want to hate on nobody. You know what I mean? You know, if you don't not do nothing, you don't know nothing, that's your fault, because we got a brain. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't learned what you need to do to make a difference in your world, you know, for your kids, your grandkids, your nephews, your nieces, your uncles, your cousins, all these people that came before you, they're supposed to kind of map out the way. Now, of course, in growing up, we're going to run through some bumps and bruises, man. We're going to follow a couple of uncles that ain't shit. We're going to follow a couple of uncles that ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? And we might just finally meet the right cousin or the right friend or the right buddy to say, hey, man, we can do this and this is going to help us get better. The chain has been broken somewhere along the line between the men of our world today. Kids need help, man. The more I be around teenagers, man, young adults, and also grown adults, man. 30 and over, you know what I mean? All right, Sticky Woo Woo, man. Appreciate you, man. I just, y'all already know, man. I got a heart, man, for just knowing, man, that you know we can do better if we just use our minds. And we just use our minds, man. We can do better. You know, it's up to us. And stepping into the shoes of being a leader, taking responsibility of being a leader, knowing that you want to teach someone the right way. It's all right to cut corners sometimes, man. It's all right to cut corners sometimes, but when you cut those corners, what's ever under door number one, when you cut that corner, man, is what you got to deal with. And sometimes it don't be what we want to deal with. We done put ourselves in a position where we have to now. We have to now. And then we have to get to that place where we say, you know what? I ain't trying to deal with that no more. I'm done with that. That was a lesson learned. So now I'm gonna move forward in whatever you're doing. There's so much that you can do. I'm telling y'all, it's so much that you can do if you only release your mind to different things in life that you want to experience. That's going to help you. And sometimes you meet the right people that help you, and sometimes you meet the people that you know, like I said, be bull crap. And sometimes you meet the people that just, you know, just full of it. So, you know, it's a growing process every day. You know how many people in the world, you know, people be saying, you know, like DC real big. DC ain't big like that. If you're in DC, you will be seen in DC one day somewhere. You will be seen by somebody that you know. You know? So, I don't know. I just think we need to tighten up. Tighten up, baby. Tighten up. Let me see something. Let me try something. Let me see something. See if y'all hear this. I need to know. Okay. All right, maybe I ain't got it hooked up right. Okay. All right, I ain't got it hooked up right. Anyway, y'all already know, man, it's Friday. You know how I feel about Fridays, man. Y'all already know how I feel about the weekends. You know what I mean? Let's tighten up. What they say, let's buckle up. Let's buckle up, man. We going out there. The weather's been raining, all that, so the streets may be wet. So please drive the speed limit, whereas though you will be safe and anyone that's out there with you will be safe. Also, man, if you're going out and you know you're going out, man, get somebody that's going to drive back, man. Don't try to go out there and drive and drink and drive and do all that at the same time. That's right. We always say, oh, man, I ain't going to, I know how to drive. Yes, and you have most definitely been making it home. and you and your friend have been sitting out and talking about the conversation, the next day you say, man, I don't even know how I made it home. I was so twisted. But before you got to drinking, you was like, man, I know what I'm doing. I got this. No. Put some safety on your life as well as other people that you're around. If you know you drinking, man, get a designated driver. Somebody that's not going to drink to the capacity where though you both twisted. How can you say you my friend, but yet you won't let me drive home drunk? It's a lot of friends out there, y'all, that's experiencing what I'm saying right now. Saying to themselves, why didn't I just take the keys? Or why didn't I drive? Or why I ain't just make them spend the night? These are the things that we have to do, man, as human beings. You know, it don't make you Superman. It don't make you Superwoman because you made your friend understand that you was in a situation that you should not be driving. And I care enough that I'm going to have an argument with you. We're going to fight on the ground. We're going to do all that before I let you get behind that wheel and put yourself in danger as well as other people. That's what you call a message that needs to be heard. Because we know we have friends that does it every week, every weekend. And they got a story every Monday morning about what coulda, shoulda, or may have happened through that weekend, man. And trying to figure out, it must was God, girl. It must was God. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. Look, let's wake up. Let's wake up, man. Let's get serious about life. Let's get serious about living. Let's use those tools that God has implanted in each and every one of us out here. How you use your own tool is your own business. But as long as you're trying to use that tool in a great positive way, a good manner, then it's all good. It's all good because now you're taking the responsibility of being a road leader, see, I done got all twisted with my tongue. I'm saying leader. I'm saying leader, but there's another word I was putting on it to go with the leadership, right? But you most definitely taking the responsibility of being a road leader. I don't know why I couldn't say it, but yeah. You know what I mean? But look, I gotta go. Y'all already know, man. Woo! We're gonna see y'all on Monday, man. Y'all already know. That's how I go, man. We're gonna have Miss Keita. She gonna be there Monday, man, to drop them jewels on y'all, man. Don't be late, man. Come. Don't make no mistake. By being late. When you be late, you miss. You miss when you be late. Trust me. You miss when you be late. Let's practice on being on time. Hey, look, y'all already know, man. Hey, if ain't nobody told you they love you today, we do. From this time to the next time. Hey. Oh, my goodness. Here we go again. Come on. I like to send a special dedication out to all my family and friends. Come on, wow. Let's do it again, band and show. I said we all